Hello everyone, back to you in today's first video, do European outlook for today's first video. So as was on a Friday, we're going to have a look at the weather for the next 7 to 10 days for Europe in detail. So I'll get on that very shortly. I just say that coming up later on today, we're going to have JMA Friday, so that's going to be your month-end look ahead for Japanese and CFS B2 models, and we're going to have a 10 to 14 day video update coming up for you as well. So yeah, plenty going on today at GavsWeatherVids. But starting us off is the European outlook. So let's get into it then, and we're going to have a look at weather for today. First of all, just say that these are YouTube exclusive videos. These aren't embedded to GavsWeatherVids.com. So if you want to be notified when we are releasing European outlook on a Friday morning, then you will need to subscribe to the channel, click all notifications, but you'll be notified by YouTube when we are releasing these videos. Okay, so let's get into it then. So we're going to start off with the situation today. So we've got the legacy of the very hot weather that we had earlier in the week across western parts of Europe. We've still got a ridge left over. It is a weakening ridge. There's still a ridge is left over across northern parts of Europe, from like Northern Ireland, Scotland, going over in towards Scandinavia. Generally very slack gradients across many parts of Europe, bringing up the air from the south. So still pretty warm to hot across many parts of Europe, but within these slack gradients we have got heavy showers and thunderstorms being triggered as the atmosphere just very slowly starts to cool down. Excuse me. Here's the upper air temperature showing that it's very hot through the Mediterranean. So the heat continues through the Med from Spain and Portugal in the west, right over to Greece and Turkey in the east. But going further northwards, the upper air temperatures have cooled down. They are still very warm to hot, really, across many parts of Europe, but not the very extreme levels of heat that we had with the upper air temperatures 2 or 3 days ago. Nevertheless, it is a warm scene across most parts of Europe with those upper air temperatures, except in the very, very far north of Scandinavia and going down into the extreme northeast of Europe and the west of Russia. It is cooler through there. So loads of heavy showers and thunderstorms through much of central and western Europe. So really from like northern and eastern parts of France over to Poland, we expect big showers and thunderstorms through the course of this afternoon. Torrential rain, flash flooding being triggered by these thunderstorms in some places. Most of the Mediterranean is looking dry. Going further northwards, there is some shower rain across the northern parts of Scandinavia, but actually most parts of Scandinavia are going to be dry. And into the UK and Ireland, some heavy showers and thunderstorms to the south, but many central northern regions staying dry. So it is still pretty hot across most parts of Europe. The upper air temperatures, the surface temperature I should say, going up to like 30, 31, 32 through many of these western and central parts of Europe. So around 90 Fahrenheit quite widely. That's lower than it was a few days ago, but even so, still pretty warm. Warmth extends up Scandinavia as well, particularly southern parts of Scandinavia will be into the upper 20s Celsius, then over into the UK and Ireland again. The temperature has cooled down a little bit, but in the far south southeast, we're still going to be up into the mid to upper 20s Celsius. And obviously through the Med, it is a hot scene with temperatures widely into the mid to, in some places, upper 30s Celsius. That's tomorrow, so again we're just breaking down this ridge of high pressure that gave us the heat wave. It's still there to some degree across northern parts of Europe, but gradually weakening, and again everything looking very, very slack with heavy showers and thunderstorms being triggered within those slack gradients. Upper air temperatures are still very warm across many northern western parts of Europe, but the hottest upper air temperatures are down in the south through the Mediterranean. Again, there's more really heavy showers and thunderstorms across those central parts of Europe, especially for like Belgium, Holland, Netherlands, over to Germany, eastwards to western parts of Poland and southern Poland. Again, big showers and thunderstorms there. The storms extend down through like Austria, Hungary, down into the Balkans as well, and then over towards the Black Sea. Big showers and thunderstorms through those areas. Most of the Med is looking dry, hot and sunny. Go further northwards though, we pick up more thunderstorms around the Bay of Biscay, and then go further north still, large parts of France looking dry, but some heavy showers and storms still rumbling on across southern parts of England and Wales, possibly to the Republic of Ireland. Northwards still of that, many parts of Scotland will be looking dry tomorrow. So hot again across many western parts of Europe tomorrow. Not as hot as it was a couple of days ago. Even so, temperatures widely into the low to possibly for some areas mid-30s Celsius, more particularly like southern parts of France and down in Spain and Portugal. Many parts of the Med looking hot, temperatures mid-30s Celsius there. Pretty warm across central eastern parts of Europe too. Many parts of Scandinavia looking very warm, temperatures at least into the mid to upper 20s Celsius. Northern Scandinavia, northern Norway particularly looking a little bit cooler, and over into the UK and Ireland again, temperatures sort of low to mid-20s Celsius once again. Now as we go into Sunday, we're going to find another area of low pressure, Fungi low, drifting northwards through France and into the UK and Ireland as well. That could be bringing a renewed push of heavy rain and thunderstorms on Sunday. Notice again the ridge is still there across northern northeast parts of Europe, but it is gradually weakening all the time as the low pressure just begins to put it under more and more pressure. Other air temperatures look hot through the Med, very warm again through many sort of central northern parts of Europe. Eastern Europe also looks quite warm as well, but there is a push of cooler air going to the very far north of Scandinavia, north of Sweden and northern Finland, northern Norway. Definitely a push of cooler air from the northwest up there. Quite warm into the UK and through France as well, and then down into Spain and Portugal again looks particularly hot across central and eastern parts of France. So the storms across Central Europe are beginning to ease down a little bit. There will still be some of them around, so some storms through parts of Germany, some extending in southern Poland as well, some particularly around the Alpine areas of northern Italy, but generally the storms ease down a little bit across Central Europe on Sunday. But at the same time, more extensive storms will be pushing northwards from the Bay of Biscay through particularly northwestern parts of France and into the UK, and especially so for England and Wales. There could be some very big storms around on Sunday afternoon. Mainly dry though across Scotland, more fungi rain across parts of Ireland. Scandinavia looks mostly dry, but we do have some showy rain on those cooler northwesterly winds coming into the very, very far north of Scandinavia. And then again, most parts of the Med looking dry, but with some thunderstorms over on the eastern side of Europe. Temperatures on Sunday look like that. So again, it's a very warm scene across many parts of Europe. Still legacy left over from the heat wave. Temperatures widely sort of up into the upper 20s, if not below 30 Celsius, especially again through France, in towards the Low Countries, in towards Germany. In fact, it could be like a hotter day through those areas on Sunday. Southeast England might be a little bit hot as well on Sunday. Temperature perhaps going back up into the upper 20s Celsius. But again, watch out for those thunderstorms. Southern Scandinavia looks mainly warm or very warm, but it is cooler up across the northern parts of Scandinavia. Actually, temperatures tumbling down just into around 10 to 14 across northern parts of Scandinavia by Sunday on those northwesterly winds. Eastern Europe looks hot, and then again, most parts of Med looking hot, temperatures into the mid-30s Celsius. Through to Monday, we've got a showery trough of low pressure sitting here across the northwest of Europe. Again, that ridge is weakening across northern and eastern parts of Europe, with gradients looking very slack in many areas. Monday sees the hottest upper air temperatures through the Med and into eastern and southeastern parts of Europe. Still pretty warm with those upper air temperatures though as we go further northwards. Heavy showers and thunderstorms again from Ireland and the UK in the west, right way over towards Poland and Ukraine in the east. Again, there will be some big thunderstorms around with torrential rain, flash flooding in some places. A lot of dry weather from the ridge still clinging on across Scandinavia, although there will be some showery rain across the northern parts of Scandinavia. Most parts of the Med looking dry, hot and sunny. There will be a few scattered thunderstorms on the eastern side of Europe. Temperatures look like that. It's a hot scene across most parts of Europe again, although certainly very warm across most parts of Europe through Monday, with temperatures widely again into the low 30 Celsius in many areas, cooling down a little bit in the northwest of Europe through northern Scandinavia and also into Ireland and the UK. Into Tuesday, we're going to find that we're trying to build up a little bit of a ridge across the south and southwest of Europe, western southwest of Europe. But generally, again, we've got slack gradients producing heavy showers and thunderstorms. Upper air temperatures are looking very warm to hot through the Med and up the eastern side of Europe into some northern parts of Europe as well. Come further west, it's a little bit cooler across western parts of Europe. Still a legacy of heavy showers in many areas. Ireland and the UK, right way over towards Ukraine. Heavy showers and thunderstorms continue continue. Reasonable amount of dry weather for Scandinavia, but there could be some showers breaking out there, and most of the Mediterranean looking dry, hot and sunny. Temperatures look like that widely into the mid to upper 30 Celsius again through much of Mediterranean, especially southern parts of France and southern Italy and down towards Greece and Turkey. Go further northwards, we see temperatures into the upper 20s to low 30 Celsius. Again, just looks a little bit cooler for Ireland and the UK and possibly some parts of Norway as well, but still generally a very warm scene through most parts of Europe. On Wednesday, we've got this ridge declining into the southeast of Europe as a deep area of low pressure develops out in the Atlantic Ocean, and that's going to start to spread wet and windy weather in off the Atlantic into western parts of Europe. Upper air temperatures looking like this, hot through the Med. There's a push of hotter upper air temperatures trying to move northwards through France ahead of this deep area of low pressure in the Atlantic. Generally looking pretty warm through most parts of Europe with those upper air temperatures. The heavy showers and thunderstorms are being pushed over towards the eastern side of Europe on Wednesday and possibly affecting southern parts of Norway, Sweden and Finland as well. Drier perhaps across the northern parts of Scandinavia. Most parts of France, Spain, Portugal and the majority of the Med looking dry, hot and sunny. And then we've got this heavy rain, and it will be potentially very heavy rain, driven in by strong winds moving in towards Ireland and into the UK as well. Temperatures on Wednesday are looking hot through France, Spain and Portugal, widely into the low to mid 30s Celsius. Some of that warmth is trying to push northwards in towards the UK and Germany and the Low Countries as well. So it could be a rather warm, humid day ahead of that area of low pressure in the Atlantic. Going further eastwards, it's hot seen across the eastern part of Europe and Scandinavia in the south and east anyway. Still looking pretty hot, but it is cooler in the north and west. And then we go through into Thursday and look at this, turning quite autumnal maybe in the northwest of Europe with this deep area of low pressure to west of Ireland, bringing wet and windy weather and strong winds and bouts of rain into Ireland, the UK, and possibly pushing northwards up towards parts of Scandinavia as well. The surface temperatures look like that. So a surge of heat coming out of Africa into Spain. Another heat push coming out of Africa in towards Spain. This one probably heading more towards southern and eastern parts of Europe, though, because of this area of low pressure to the west of Ireland. And actually, that is bringing in cooler air from off the Atlantic in towards the northwestern part of Europe on Thursday. There's a band of heavy rain that's going to be pushing eastwards from Ireland and the UK over towards western northern France, Belgium, Holland, Netherlands and western Germany, Denmark and possibly up into southern Sweden and Norway as well. Further north and across Scandinavia, sunshine and showers, particularly for many parts of Norway. And then through Ireland and the UK, we've got showers or longer spells of rain being driven in by those southwest winds. The majority of the Med is dry, hot and sunny, as is much of Eastern Europe. Another push of very hot air coming out of Africa into Spain and southern France. Could see temperatures going back into the upper 20s to the upper 30s Celsius, I should say, possibly to around 40 degrees somewhere across southern parts of Spain. That's going to around 104, 105 Fahrenheit. Most parts of the Med, again, looking hot. But conversely, in the northwest, it's a lot cooler. It's cooling down quickly across Ireland, the UK, and much of Scandinavia. That heat is being swept away by that deep area of low pressure in the Atlantic. Now, just running you through today 10, this is how things look next Friday. Again, the northwest of Europe looking cool, showery, and windy with showers or longer spells of rain. In the northwest, the hottest temperatures in the south and also in the east of Europe. Saturday, again, hot through much of the Med and up the eastern side of Europe. The north and the west looking a lot cooler with showers or longer spells of rain and winds going into the northwest. And that basically takes us up to day 10, which is Monday the 24th of August. Showers or longer spells of rain and cool temperatures in the north and west of Europe. Always hottest through the Med and particularly up this eastern and southeastern side of Europe. So it really is all changed. We're going to be seeing the heat pushing away from northern western parts of Europe and maybe an autumnal flavour to the weather by this time next week in the northwest of Europe. At the same time, most southern and eastern parts of Europe are looking quite hot. Before we get to that, loads of heavy showers and thunderstorms breaking down that heat wave. Okay, I'm going to be back later on with GMA Friday, and we're going to have the 10 to 14 day update with all regular features. Come back for that then. If you enjoyed this European Outlook, please like, share, subscribe, let us know in the comments what you think. That's all for now, and thanks for watching.